back to my channel. I haven't done a sit-down video in a while, and there's gonna be some different components into this video, but mainly what I wanted to talk to you guys today was about mental, physical, and spiritual and emotional health and how they all go together. A lot of people, and right now I can tell you what I'm doing health-wise, and we'll go into that. We'll start with physical. So a lot of people right now, especially because it's the beginning of the year, are in this like, I want to lose weight kind of mindset. And when you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to get into shape, a lot of people go about it on like fad diets, and they do all these different things to try and just address that. But 99% of the time, when you've gained a little bit of weight, when you have kind of lost your tone, there's a reason behind it. You know, there's a lot of emotional reasons why we eat. We have a lot of emotional connections to food that a lot of people don't like to address. But when we are in our physical health and we're trying to get that better, a lot of people don't remember that if you don't fix the emotional reasons why you gain the weight, then you're probably going to gain that weight back. Or you become so obsessed with, and this is where I was, so obsessed with staying healthy or staying fit but not really being healthy, that you totally go overboard when it comes to health and fitness. And you only eat, not only do you like obsess with what you're eating, you undereat. You're not gaining the muscle that you want to. You're staying at a really unhealthy weight, and then when you start eating normally again, you gain it all back so fast. So, I'm going to talk about my physical health first. We're going to talk about emotional health, mental health, and then spiritual health and how they all go together. So with mental health, I believe that you need to kind of sort that and then kind of deal with your physical health. But I'm going to start with physical health because what I've been doing is counting my macros, and I've lost, I'm losing the last little bit of my baby weight, and when I had my son, he's 2, and trying to tone up for the summer because my son loves swimming, he loves to be outdoors, he loves to do all that kind of stuff, and he has been itching to go to a mommy and me swim class. And the idea of me putting on a swimsuit terrified me. I've always been kind of insecure about my body. There's the Perfect Imperfection tag would have been perfect for me because that was going on years ago, because I have a huge barrel chest. Now, I would show you guys, but it's kind of weird, and I might show you someday. But basically, like, I have a really like small, like I have a tiny like chest, not chest, but like upper chest and like arms and stuff like that. It's pretty small. My stomach is pretty flat. But my chest almost looks like it's almost bigger than my boobs. And so it just kind of looks weird when I'm in swimsuits, and I've always been really insecure about it. And so I kind of was like, okay, this on top of that I haven't lost my baby weight, now I have stretch marks on my stomach and all this, it made me really scared. And so I started fad dieting. I was like, I'm gonna go back to eating not only plant-based but only like 1,000 calories a day and blah blah blah. And my husband, who is in the process of losing weight himself, he's lost 40 pounds this last year, and he did it really healthily. He's doing really great. He's now starting to work out to put on the muscle that he needs to put on. He's just changing his workout routine. He was like, hey, have you ever thought of just counting your macros? And I was like, what the heck is that? And I was like, no, I don't want to count calories. He goes, it's not really counting calories. You're allotted like this many carbs a day, this much fat, and this much protein, and it just kind of helps you realize like what you're putting into your body. I'm like, okay. So we downloaded this app called MyFitnessPal. And it has been amazing, and it helps you count your macros without even having to really count them. You just kind of eat and you put your stuff in there, and then you're like, oh, cool, that was this amount and I have this much left and we're good. So I eat like a lot of fun snacks. Like I eat a lot of like unsalted, unbuttered popcorn because it's my favorite snack, and I love to constantly be chewing on something, but it's a low calorie snack where I'm getting what I want but I don't have to overeat and over calorie intake. So that's kind of what I've been doing there. With my workout routine, I love to run, and I have lost a lot of weight in my arms the last few months. I've gotten a little bit more definition in my arms. There's still a long ways to go. I gained my weight in my arms first. That's just what I do always. I just have always gained my weight there. My stomach, even now, is pretty much flat, and my thighs I have a curvy butt, and that's it. So where I gain my weight is I gain it in my boobs, and I gain it in my arms. So my arms have always been my trouble spot. Very rarely, if I'm not working out, you will see me with like no sleeves or short sleeves. I'm like long sleeve jacket, just because I like to be comfortable anyway. So for me, getting back in shape, I will run. Like I'll like warm up dance. I used to be a dancer. And I'll like warm up and I'll dance. I'll kind of like get my body moving, and I'll stretch. And then I'll do a 20-minute run because I love getting on the treadmill and running. It helps me kind of unwind from the day. And then I will do some strength training. And mostly I focus on my arms and my abs because my butt is pretty good on its own. I've been blessed with a very defined butt. We're just gonna say that. I love it. I love the curve. I love all of that. From like here down, I have no problems. And then my abs, because I just want to kind of like tighten up the areas from where I had my son in my C-section. So the C-section pooch is almost gone. And I will make a video about what my workout routine is so you guys can see that. Mostly I just want to sit down and like show you the connection between these 4 parts of the health and how you can kind of have a balance in them so that you can better handle getting overall health in your life. So that's kind of what I do for my physical health. I think it's really important to work on your physical health and what you eat and your diet. So I eat a plant-based diet with high protein that I get from nuts and lots of like flaxseed and things like that, and like pea protein. And I am always good on my protein. I have it in my macros, and like so my protein is good. And then I will drink a lot of water. So I try to drink 4 huge bottles of water a day, and I don't always do a great job of that. And then I also cut out the processed sugars. Now sometimes I will eat beet sugar, and that is way less calories per tablespoon of sugar than real table sugar. So anyway, that's what I do for my physical health. Now let's move on to mental health. I have had anxiety since as long as I can remember. The sky was falling since I've been like 7 years old. Everything, like if there was a storm outside, I'm like, train is coming, we're gonna die. It's gonna happen. And so I've always just kind of been overreacting to things. And the older I got, the more I was like, oh, I think I need to go see a doctor and go see somebody who can help me with my anxiety. And I was prescribed Prozac. And I took that for years, and it didn't help the emotions, it helped the reaction. So I would still be terribly anxious, but I just wouldn't react, and it made everyone else's life a lot easier, but it didn't make my life easier. And so yes, the people around you do matter, but also I'm a big advocate for like you matter and you count, and you have to make sure that you're doing well before you can take care of everyone around you. So what I do instead of, I don't take medications or anything like that, and my anxiety level, I kind of take a medication. I'm gonna take that back really quickly. I use CBD oil when I'm having an anxiety attack. And CBD oil, if you are in the natural world and you're all about it, great. And if you're not, that's cool too. Like if you think that anything has to do with like the hemp plant or whatever isn't your jam, that's good for you. I think it really is helpful and it works for me. And what I'll do is I have these little tablets, and so like there's THC in them, but it's like 1 milligram for like 5 milligrams of CBD, so like it just activates it. And so basically you don't get any of like the high feeling with your THC, you just basically get the calming effects of the CBD. And I will take that when I'm having an anxiety attack, but I no longer have anxiety attacks because, let's move on to spiritual health. I meditate, and I meditate every day. And I mean like when you say meditation, you think of like Buddhist monks and like being silent, and I do lots of yogas and I do things like that, but I also, with my meditation, I do like a 12-minute meditation every day, and I use this app called Insight Timer, and it is amazing. amazing. And I have mantras that I say in my head, like to like boost confidence and boost like I'm a big believer in what you put out into the world that you get back in. So if you're constantly saying negative things about yourself or other people, those negative things sort of come back to you. So try and be positive, try and see the positive in people and in things, and I believe that more positive will happen in your life. So with my mantras, I try to say things that are positive and happy and like say this is going to happen and this is going to be really good, and more times than not, those things happen. And when they don't happen and something not great happens, it helps me be the steady in the storm of my life, in the calm. You learn how to breathe. Headspace and Squarespace, Headspace is a really good meditation and anxiety app as well. And I will put all the apps in the description below. And mental health and spiritual health, I would go really hand in hand. And they also really affect your physical health, because when you're out of whack emotionally, physically, you start seeing it. So if you are having a really hard time emotionally, you tend to eat more, and you tend to not have motivation to work out. You tend to not have motivation to go out and be with your friends or to do more productive things, and then you start slipping back, and then you fall into this snowball cycle of self-doubt and self-hate. And so the best thing to do is kind of like check in with yourself mentally a lot, so that you are able to say, okay, I'm doing good here. And that kind of all ties into emotional health. Now, emotional health has a lot to do with all of these things together. Now, emotions are emotions, and I think that sometimes people want their emotions to be logical. Like, even if you're a logical person, you cannot dictate the emotional response that you have to a situation, because it is chemical. It's a chemical response in your body that when something happens, that emotion that brings up inside of you is a chemical response to what's happening. And a lot of people try to like push their emotions aside, and that creates an unstable mental health and spiritual health, and then it affects your physical health. Sorry, I thought I heard my baby. And so what you want to do is constantly check in with yourself, and also let yourself feel those emotions that you are feeling. If you are sitting there and let's say you had a really hard day, but as like people, we're kind of conditioned to not, like, if you're having a bad day, don't talk about it. Like, no one wants to hear that, which is fine, and you don't even have to talk about it, but talk about it with yourself, and you're able to be like, I had a really bad day today, and just accept what is. If you accept what is, and you can move forward and you can move on, you're able to kind of get a sense of your life is back. You take control of your own response to what's going on in your life and your own emotions. That is kind of what I want to talk about within this video. This is part of a series. So in this series, I'm going to be showing you what I do and this is going to be a 5-part series. So this first part is kind of like the introduction to overall health. And then I'm going to do physical health. I'm going to show you my workout routine and show you lots of like fun recipes and things like that. And then I'm going to do like a meditation like walkthrough with you guys. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about CBD. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to emotionally and like check in with yourself. I'm going to show you how to do a body scan with meditation, which is really cool. It helps you like kind of get into your body and be in the moment, because something that I try to live by, and this is what I learned from I call her my meditation coach, but she's one of my good friends for years. She said, and like she read all this stuff, she's done all this research, and she teaches this wonderful class, and she's amazing. But she said that like we can't find happiness in the past or the future, because it's already happened and it's never happened. The only place that you're gonna find happiness is now. And so it teaches you to be in the now, in the moment, and be in your happy and in your life. So yeah, I hope that this all made sense, and I hope that you guys enjoy this new series that's coming on. So on Wednesday, we are going to have a video of like me showing you some really fun recipes. And there's going to be like maybe like topic A, like this will be like the first video, and then topic A might be like physical health, and then we'll have like 2 videos for that, because I don't want them to be like 45-minute long videos. Yeah, so I hope you guys are having a really great day. I hope that you guys are checking in with yourselves and keeping emotionally and spiritually, physically healthy, and also accepting like where you're at and being like, this is okay. So let me know in the comments below some of the ways that you guys kind of like what you're doing with your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, whatever you're focusing on. Let me know what you guys are doing with that. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some are mommy related, some are not mommy related, some are health related, some are crafts, you know, just kind of whatever I want to do. And I do a lot of organization videos because I'm a little bit of an organization freak. Don't mean to be, it just happens. Alright, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much.